guys. Well, this is what is it, day 6 or 7 of trying to tie up some loose ends. This month, I'm basically spending the time just trying to work on things that I started and didn't really finish. Um, and so today, I basically was working on not too much because it was a Sunday, but I did work on some bookmarks that I've been saving on Chrome for the last probably year or more. I have so many on my older laptop that I transferred from. So I had I bought the laptop I have now um, in January, and then I had a laptop that was given to me maybe about 4 years ago, and then that old laptop I started saving bookmarks, and then to the point where I think I have over like maybe a couple hundred bookmarks. So I really got to go through those and just delete, take the information I need, and to I guess get rid of the rest. For me, it was like there's so much information on the internet that it's like, oh, this is important, and then I'd be saving the bookmarks. I remember for a while I had Google Plus, and there were so many things on the thing with the social media and just in general with the internet is that there's so much being shared, so much information. I think for me, I just felt a sense of drive to not miss out, like fear of missing out, because I was like, oh man, there's all these groups that I'm a part of, and I hadn't really been too active in them, so there's all this information that I never really kind of I looked at. I didn't look at it. I didn't. So I felt like, I guess, the need to look at all the information and look at the articles and whatnot. So I saved quite a lot from last year when I was looking at them. So today I think there was a couple articles that I had for about business, marketing. I was doing research earlier this year about different business tips. So marketing was one of them. The combination of sales and marketing. Another thing I had was a couple of restaurants from Shark Tank. I was watching so many Shark Tank episodes earlier this year, maybe around March, February, March, or even up to about June. And then there's a lot of restaurants that I checked out. I was hoping they'd be in Portland, but none of them are in Portland. And then there was also what was another one? A couple about business in terms of I bought a business suite of software I haven't really used too much, so I got to use that for my business. But yeah, I was taking a look at that. It was pretty normal routine this morning. Had some pasta for breakfast. It was actually really good, very filling. Um, I went on my walk. I saw one guy that I've seen before. I think I saw another guy I've seen before, and then I saw it was weird because I was walking along East Vista Way, and then I looked towards my right, and then it's this kind of giant lot. Maybe it's about 3 acres or so, and there was just this BMW like in the field, and I was like, what the heck? I mean, that's the last thing I expect to see in like a field is this guy. It's like a wrecked BMW, and I'm just looking at it like, why is there a BMW in there? So I just kind of walked past it, just like, oh, I'll just focus on the present moment. But yeah, that was a little bit strange. I ended up actually just trying to, yeah, I did my face mask. It smelled really good. I really like the taster's choice. It smells super good. I did that face mask, and I also was doing research on. I was actually trying to make sure my classes. So my classes technically start on Tuesday, but I just have two classes. One is on Tuesday and the other is on Thursday. They're both online, and I think one might have a Zoom or the Zoom thing. I don't think I've ever done Zoom before, or had an online class like that. Usually the online classes I have are structured where the the teacher records a video and then they post it on to Canvas or the online portal, and then I watch the video and then do the assignments attached. That's how it's usually done. Um, but this time it's kind of interesting because I think there's going to be a live session. I had to make sure. Of course, I just checked out Canvas. I haven't checked it out since like June, so I decided to check it out, and I checked out one of the syllabuses, and I also checked. I sent a message over so that way I could get off the wait list. Because yeah, online classes are a little bit different. It's not like you could go in the first day of class and try to get a permission number. Everybody's trying to ask, "Can I get a permission number?" They go to the front of the class, they crash the class. But yeah, I don't know. I was feeling a little bit antsy. I noticed a body sensation within my stomach area. It could have been something I ate. I mean, the thing is, like, I'm not used to. I transitioned to a lot of more smoothies in my diet, and then this week I kind of eased off the smoothies because I was noticing. I don't know. I think maybe too much sweetness with the smoothies because my stomach wasn't really. It was starting to not kind of handle the smoothies I was drinking. I was like, so I kind of eased off on the smoothies and just started eating more just like the cooked foods. And so it could have been that, or it could have just been the thought body sensation connection where there's a thought and then there's that subsequent body sensation. And so the reality of the situation is that what I started to realize is that why would a thought create a body sensation? So if I could separate the thought from the body sensation and just focus on the body sensation, then I would be like, okay, this is a body sensation. How can I address it there? And so I noticed it as a body sensation. I was trying to be more mindful, like, is there anything going on at this present moment? And so what I do is I look around and I try to remind myself that there's nothing, what's in my head doesn't exist in this present moment. So I was sitting on my bed and I just noticed the body sensation, kind of separating the thought from the body sensation. And I just noticed the present moment. And there was nothing going on. There's nothing that was in my head that was going on in the present moment. And so because of that, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in the present moment, therefore I should not worry about it. So I did get over that because the reality of the situation is that because I've had this type of cycle before, it gets quicker and quicker and quicker in terms of just letting it go, because I've been practicing for the last couple months. And even earlier this year, I was practicing my meditation practice. So I'd be on the bus and I'd spend the whole time basically going to my destination in downtown San Diego, which is like 40 minutes or so, and I'd just be doing meditation. And so I would basically do meditation after meditation, and I basically would get to a point where I'd be so focused that I could let go of a thought, just let go, and it gets so powerful. It's insane. Like, where before just the way, experiencing that feeling of the you guys know the wave, or it's I don't know, it's just trying to I've done so much research on this before, but the idea is that the cycle comes and then it goes. It's like that wave. You got to be that surfer. You got to ride that wave. But the wave gets, guys, so my experience is the wave, what I realize is that it just gets shorter. That wave gets shorter and shorter and shorter to the point where it's instantaneous. And I think I experienced that this year, where I could just switch it off and it doesn't matter. Switch it off, it doesn't matter. I want to get to the point where I can do that without having to kind of even address the thought or address the feeling or the situation or whatever comes up. A lot of things in the mind come up. The words, they're not actually words because they don't exist. Like a word, like, right, I don't see a word around me, so it's like that's not here. It doesn't exist. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get to the point where I can separate that, where I can just switch it off, switch it off quickly. And I'm getting to that point. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I think what I don't realize is just how much progress that's happened. That, wow, it's actually really quick. It's not really cementing into my brain like before, but before doesn't exist. So it's getting better and better. And so what I ended up doing though was, yeah, that's what I did. And it wasn't too long anyways because I ended up I went over to Albertsons and bought some groceries and whatnot for this coming up week. Gonna do the smoothies, maybe add something in the smoothies. Mix it all together like I've been doing, and made sure to do the wheatgrass thing. I guess that was just something that I thought was the right thing to do. Go back and be like, hey, I didn't tip Jack anything, but it's like I realized it didn't charge, the wheatgrass. So I went back and told them about it, and I did pay, and I came back home and yeah, the cool thing with the bookmarks is you can actually export your bookmarks onto an HTML file and then send that through email so that way when I'm mobile I can actually be able to access the bookmarks, and that's like a super cool thing that I didn't realize before. And so now I can access the bookmarks when I'm on the go and I have my laptop. So I thought that was a super cool thing that I was able to do. And of course, I might carry my laptop. I'm carrying the phone, so I can access it via the phone. But another thing was, what else did I do? Yeah, actually, I went down to San Diego after having my lunch, which was kind of like on the fly because I didn't want to wait too long. Especially on a weekend, especially on Sunday. The times for the buses are less. But yeah, I went down to San Diego. Was working on my Instagram stuff. It was great to see the follower count go up. One of the prospective clients that I was thinking about working with, I guess she appreciated, or I gave some advice, and I think I provided value. And I actually read an article today, Gary Vaynerchuk. The idea is to provide your clients with value, and it'll come back to me. I believe in the universe. I believe in the law of attraction. So I did give out free advice. Now they can use that for something, and I want to form good relationships with people. Not get upset, not like, oh, I need this. Not be desperate, but just give out that free advice. And yeah, it was great to be in downtown San Diego. I did research on Portland because I do plan on going there this summer, and was working on my page. It wasn't too much because I'm still holding out. I got 3 prospective clients that I'm really interested in working with, and I'm just kind of waiting off to see what's going to happen. I do believe in the universe. I do believe that